Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, you ready, Tim? We have our first truly big show with NHL and with a full baseball slate. So buckle in. This is going to be a little bit of a show, Tim. We have, I want to say 15 games in the NHL, 15 games in the NHL, and then 15 games in the MLB. And then 2 Elite 8 matchups as well. So we got 32 games to go over for today. The first one does start at 1:40. We will be starting with hockey first, then baseball. That's the way it's going to be for the rest of the hockey season.
Why?
We'll start with hockey, then we will get into baseball, and then we'll finish it off with the Sweet 16 matchup there. We're not going to waste too much time here. Yesterday was. Well, looking at, because I didn't really look at where I finished yesterday until just now. I finished down 0.011 units. So, that was it was basically a break-even day. And it was because the end of the night ended actually pretty well. Because it didn't start off well. I split out on the Braves' first 5 full game split. They were down 2-0. They gave up a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 5th to go be down 2-0. And then in typical Atlanta Braves baseball, they score nothing through 6 innings, and then they managed to finish the game with 9 runs. They win 9-3. This will probably be a Braves team we look to live bet a lot this year because they're a team that might go down early, but then you give them a full 9 innings, they're going to come back and win most games like that. Buffalo Sabres was my only NHL play. They were down 2-0 at the end of the first and scored 5 unanswered against the New Jersey Devils to win that game 5-2. What was it? 4 goals from TNT last night. Devin Levi, after that first period, looked pretty good. Now it'll be Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in net today against the Maple Leafs. We will go over them in a little bit. Frustrating game as Marquette shoots 4 for 31 from 3-point range. I swear, the 2 futures I had going into the Sweet 16, they choose to have their worst 3-point shooting nights, I believe, of the season. And the luck box continues for NC State as they reach the Elite 8. They'll play Duke. I would like to say Duke runs them out of the building, but knowing them, they'll win and they'll win again, and they'll probably win the whole thing. And it is what it is. But Pirates and the over. Pirates money line, easy winner. They were up. They win 7-2. The over 8.5, never in doubt, as we got a run in the bottom of the ninth to get that win there. So the over 8.5, never in doubt there. Gonzaga fell apart late. They plus 5.5, plus 200 losers there. Came a run short, and it was 1-0 at the end of 6, and somehow I only came up a run short with that Yankee Astro over. 7-1 Yankees in that game. What we thought was going to be the strength of the Astros turned out to be a weakness. So, and then I ended the night after that pretty well. Got the over 9 with Arizona, Colorado. Arizona put up 7 runs. Fading the Colorado Rockies offensive or pitching is going to be, I think, a really good way to go at it, especially on the road this year. Their pitching is going to be bad this season. Boston Red Sox first 5 money line was a push. They end up losing the full game 1-0. So that was a dead nuts under. I lost the Cardinals. They made it competitive at the end. I probably could have grabbed plus 5.5, plus 6.5 runs when they fell down 6-0 in that game. They lose 6-3. They made it competitive at the end there. And then the thing that brought me close to profitability yesterday was the Duke Blue Devils winning outright against Houston, plus 4.5 and plus 165. This has been a Duke team I've been riding the entire tournament. And probably the next round will be a bet on Duke, not a bet against NC State, because this Duke team is finding it at the right time. And they're a team that they could win it all this year, which it's annoying. But if they're going to win it all, I'm going to make money doing so. But yeah, cash with Duke plus 4.5 and the money line at the end of the night there. Overall, down very, very little yesterday. But yeah, overall, just basically a break-even day.
It was exactly break even on the site. 3-3, 0'd out. Braves money line was a winner. Sabres money line was a winner. Pittsburgh money line was a winner. So up 3.19 from that. And then Marquette -7, -109. Gonzaga +5.5, -110. And the Red Sox money line +125. So end up losing 3.19 on those. So complete, flat out, nothing. So it's as if yesterday didn't happen. Although baseball was good for us yesterday, 2-1.
Yeah.
It was the two college basketball games, which the only college basketball game that was good last night was Tennessee.
I didn't even bet Tennessee.
That was the only good game, and now the worst case scenario is happening. Duke versus NC State for a trip to the Final Four.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there could have been a worse thing, because those are the two most annoying fan bases in college.
North Carolina.
In North Carolina, but in college in general. Those are the two most annoying fan bases. So one of them gets a trip to the Final Four, which is just freaking awful. I'd prefer NC State over Duke. And then I would like to see Tennessee beat whoever. But I wish, can both of them lose? Is that possible? Can we see both of them lose?
Yeah, we're just going to ask Tennessee or Purdue to take care of business.
Tennessee, please. But and by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday. I did take a future for the college basketball card. I put a couple bucks on Clemson at 30-1. So we will talk about them later in about 6 hours after all these games.
Yeah, we'll talk about them in about 6 hours once we get through all these games. Yeah.
But Nick, head to the chat and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, we have plenty of wow, we got a lively chat this morning, Tim. We got Earle Sports Bets coming in saying the show will start at 10:45, which ended up being 10:49, but that is what it is. Marco is saying Pack money line. Yes, we know Pack money line again.
No,
took down. He's talking about the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Took down the Spicy Nuggets. Denver is in trouble and have been losing at home lately.
Murray was out yesterday.
I told you they won't be in the finals.
Murray was out yesterday, and it didn't matter.
Yeah. You said Pels, and I said I wouldn't be mad if they make it till but it'll be my world. If the Warriors even make the play-in.
The Warriors ain't doing shit. Stop talking about the stupid Warriors.
Told you the other day when we were discussing NBA. Yeah. I mean, I'm not making a move on anything right now, futures wise. But if I'm moving on two teams, it's the Pelicans and the Knicks. Those are my two teams that I would make moves on. Road Warriors won last night. Goodish. Yeah. Pistons got a rare win last night. Fakers go down in Indy. Phoenix losing OKC. SGA didn't play. I didn't even pay attention to NBA yesterday.
Yeah, me neither.
10:45 is fine. Plenty of time to get your Sabres money line bets in. I actually lean Sabres today.
Oh God, please stop it.
I do lean Sabres. And here's the thing, Tim. I'm coming into the show with no bets. No bets.
No bets.
Talking over everything today throughout the show, and I will be betting throughout the show. But I'm coming in no money on anything so far. The Miami Heat beat Portland by 60 last night. Yeah, I saw that. That's the third time Portland's lost a game by 60 plus this year.
Oh, dear God.
Or 50 plus this year. Yeah. Full NBA Friday slate. Loved it. Now your regular tune message. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's catch today. People show some appreciation, subscribe, and share. Tim A, you know the rest of the saying. Not a lot of NBA, but oh well. We got college basketball. We get baseball. We get hockey. We get big hockey card, which is going to be fun. Sad day with not a lot of NBA games. I didn't even look at the NBA. Merrill Kelly over 6.5 Ks. There you go.
Nice.
UFC tonight. Guardian run line, Oriole run line, Diamondbacks run line for B-Hawk.
Yes.
Alex Tuck assist. Cash it. There you go. Those NCAA hockey games were way more entertaining than March Madness if you're watching that.
No, it's not. Don't even do that. We're not comparing the basketball to the hockey. Not even close.
Tigers, O's, Reds, Jays, money line.
Tigers, no. O's, yes. Reds, no. Jays, I don't bet Jays games.
Yeah. Go Mets. First dub of the season. Mets, money line for Knoll, which...
It's not always about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. All right, baby. Let's go. Get a home run, baby. Love the Mets. Let's go, Mets.
Dear God, Nick.
We will be talking about the Mets later, which is just so much fun to talk about. Doesn't get me depressed whatsoever. ESB, rip, RIP to the bookies. Yeah, hopefully RIP to the bookies. Orioles minus 2.5, Blue Jays minus 1.5 straight bets. There you go. Braves, Diamondbacks, the Nuggies killed his 3-teamer. Yeah. Hockey slate is awesome, leaning Florida and Buffalo still looking. We'll get into those in a little bit. I have not made any move. I got all my numbers capped. I've got everything done to actually look at the games. I just haven't bet anything yet. Max Fried Chicken. I mean, how do you not look at the Braves? I don't know. 10-5 yesterday. Excited for today. There you go. Morning, gentlemen. Sweat baseball all night at night. There you go. Basketball was pathetic. Kings blew a huge lead and went 1-3 in college. Yeah. Sabres money line never in doubt last night. Happy Patrick Corbin Day.
Yeah, Patrick Corbin Day.
Yeah. But we will get it started here. We'll head to FLA Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida. We have the Panthers taking on the Detroit Red Wings in this one here. We have the Panthers minus 245 favorites, total of 6 in this game. Line opened up at 226 for Florida. It's up to 238. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 115. It is still a 6 at minus 115. Let's switch my Action Network over to NHL, where we have this game. As my screen's going dark, this is fun. There we go. Sometimes my screen goes dark for whatever reason. 3,900 tickets in. We have 77% of tickets on the Panthers money line, 83% cash tickets are on the puck line, 80% of the tickets are on the under in this game as well. And looking at this game, I wanted to back the Panthers. They're coming in off of yet another loss. They lost to the Islanders the other day, 3-2.
Bad loss.
I mean, it was a desperate Islanders team, and the Panthers have already locked up their playoff spot. So you could have kind of seen that coming a little bit. I wanted to back the Panthers here, but not at this number. The Panthers are still a team that I would prefer not betting against. However, I'm not going to bet on them at the moment. Price-wise, it's Red Wings or nothing in this game. But am I looking to get involved with this one? No, we're going over 32 games today. I'm not going to be getting it started here on the first one.
Maybe I'll look towards Carter Verhaeghe. What can I get for Mr. Verhaeghe? 175 for a point prop. That's not really that interesting. What about Carter Verhaeghe to score a goal? Plus 160 is not bad for him to score a goal. I'm honestly with MLB here, I'm not digging deep into NHL games anymore. I'd rather spend more of my time looking at baseball. So I'm not going to be a lot of help for the hockey slate, Nick. Maybe I look towards Carter Verhaeghe. He's gotten 3 goals in the last 4 games, but not really too interested in this one.
Fair. Back to the chat.
Panthers and the over.
I had this game projected for 5.8 goals. I think the 6 is about right. It's slightly towards the under, but I'm good.
Anyways, I am all over the Panthers like a hot ham. There you go. Reinhardt goal, Verhaeghe goal. There you go. Peas -1.5. No value here. Pass. You got the Panthers team total over. Don't hate that. I guess I'll be on both dogs tomorrow, Vols and Husky Wolfpack. I'm half tempted to say, screw it, give me all the dogs this weekend and move on.
We'll talk over them. I don't know yet.
Because I know I like Clemson today. I'll go NC State. I'll look towards Illinois. That's fine. It's just scary to. I'll say in the Illinois game, the points won't matter today.
You think either Illinois wins outright or blowout for UConn?
Yep. Both teams are 3, 6, and 1 in the last 10. Yikes.
Yeah.
Panthers have already clinched a playoff spot. They don't care, and they really don't want that President's Trophy.
No, I'm actually glad they're losing games right now. I'm glad they're losing games with a future on the Panthers. I don't want them winning the President's Trophy. Give that to the Hurricanes so they can have that curse. I'm fine with that. Or the Rangers. The Rangers have.
Yeah, they just don't care right now. They're just trying to get to the finish line healthy so that they can.
They're just waiting for the playoffs. Is what they're doing. They're waiting for the playoffs. Mm-hmm.
Can't fade Bama. I can't fade Clemson.
That's a tough game. That's a tough game for me.
I don't know. I mean, Bama's coming off of a big win against the number 1 ranked team. So
and Clemson's coming in off a win against the number 2 team. At this point in the tournament, we're not playing this type of game.
No, we're not, but I know.
We'll head to the next one here, the Vegas Golden Knights and the Minnesota Wild in this game. The Knights -120 road favorites, total of 6 in this game. On Bet Online, this opened up at a -106. It's moved to a 118 for Vegas in this one. Line opened up at 5.5 at -116. It's now a 5.5 at -119. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, as we have barking dogs, so maybe the dog is live in this game. It's close to a pick 'em, but the Wild are the dog in this game. 67% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the Golden Knights. And the lines move towards the Golden Knights, 4,569 tickets in. I'm actually looking at the dog in this matchup here. My numbers have this game closer towards a pick 'em. My bad, not closer towards a pick 'em. My numbers have the Wild as actually pretty decent favorites in this game. When you look, or not decent favorites, but around -120, -125. And I think that's how. It's gross, but I think this is how I'm going to get my card started here, is going with the Wild at even money in this spot. I do see value. I have this game graded very similarly. Like this type of thing it's graded very similarly to what the Buffalo Sabres were yesterday. Around even money, but I had them around -120, -125 favorites in this game. And I'm seeing in the chat, another thing that's kind of which I should probably be getting up lineups and stuff like that, because I believe Vegas is dealing with injuries like they have been all year. But I believe, I'm seeing Robert saying no Pietrangelo. So you're losing one of your top blue liners. I believe he's been out. You're still missing Pietrangelo, Hurdle, and Stone, and Aiden Hill is day to day. So this team's still dealing with injuries. You lose one of your top blue liners. I'm going to move on him here. I'm going to shop around for it here. It's gross, but I'm going to start my day off with the Minnesota Wild.
I was actually looking towards Vegas. This is a Vegas team that's actually been looking pretty good lately. They've gotten points in 5 straight games. They've gotten 9 out of 10 points. And they're against, you look at the schedule, Seattle, Columbus at home should have gotten those games anyway. And then went on the road, beat Seattle, went to overtime against the hottest team in the league, Nashville, and then beat Winnipeg. By the way, that Nashville game was gross for them because they had a 4-0 lead. I'm not high on the Wild. The Wild are coming off of a big win versus the San Jose Sharks. Previous to that, lost to the Blues, a 6-0 loss to LA. They beat the Anaheim Ducks. I'm not impressed with this Wild team. It would be Vegas, and I would want to get even more money with it. I can get plus 190 for Vegas puck line. It would be a look that way. I didn't really dive deep into props. So I'm not really – you probably look towards Marsha's show, although he's been all right. But maybe look towards him. But I'm not really diving deep into player props on this one.
Fair. I got even money on bet 365. Minnesota Wild money line for me.
Okay.
Back to the chat.
I know. Red Wings suck. Patrick Kane's day to day. Clemson. Yes, I like Clemson today. Lean Wild money line. I think Fleury shows up. Vegas puck line.
Fleury versus Vegas could be interesting.
Vegas puck line and the under mild or mild.
Yeah.
Vegas lean but no play. Vegas missing Petrangelo. I made some good money with Clemson. I'll take the money and run. I'm just going to keep piling it on Clemson. VGK Thompson has been playing exceptional. Lightning P. Wild will win. They are on Hulu, no cap. Okay. Lightning puck line. What do the Lightning have today? Oh, the Islanders.
The Islanders. We'll get into that.
Draw spot.
It could actually be a draw spot.
Picked up a free DK bet, MLB bet, putting on simple stuff. Baltimore, Cincinnati, Arizona. Best way to go 2-1. Why you're fading Patrick Corbin? How could you? All right, Nick. Do we have to talk about this game?
I can live without talking about this game. Edmonton Oilers minus 625 favorite. No, I'm joking. We do our due diligence on every game because maybe there's a total to bet in this game. You never know. This line opened up at minus 501 on BetOnline. It's up to a 545 on BetOnline. We're seeing up 600s on books like Bovada. Minus 225 for the puck line on Bovada as well. So the answer is no, I'm not looking at the Edmonton Oilers in this game. That's just not going to happen. Line opened up at a 6 at plus 101, or 6 at even money. It's now a 6 or 6.5 even money. It's now a 6.5 at plus 101. We've got basically no cash flow in this game. 2,800 tickets in. 92% of the tickets is on the Oilers money line. That's it. Just think of how many money line or how many parlays are going to have the Oilers on it today. I mean, is this a Ducks team you want to back though? That's the problem. Is if you want to bet this game, you've got to bet the Ducks. Which I'm very, very hesitant on. I have this game projected for 6.21 goals. So, so it's not like there's not much value here with the total. I wanted to bet an over in this game, expecting just the Oilers to light them up. But this is once again not a game I'm particularly interested in backing. If I'm going to be betting anything in this game, you could probably get a decent number on a 2.5, and maybe at this line a 3.5. I would like to know what a 3.5 in this game is, even on BetOnline. When you're seeing a puck line at minus 225, you know the 2.5 line is still going to be plus money for the Ducks at this number. So, and then the 3.5 probably will be priced out. But I mean, you're getting, I'm trying to find it here. You can get the first period plus 1 minus 245. Nope. I do not see alternative spreads. I'll look on DraftKings because they're usually pretty good with alternative spreads. But yeah, this game is you take goals with the Ducks or you stay off of it, and it'll probably just be a stay off spot. All right. 2.5 minus 110 on Caesars and bet 365 minus 105 on ESPN bet.
Oilers minus 2.5. No. Happy Patrick Corbin Day. Yes, happy Patrick Corbin Day. Over. And Nationals already look like garbage with Road Gray. I don't think they're winning full game today. Just my opinion. Okay. Ducks money line. Just give me the over. McDavid is GOAT minus 1,000 for a point. You better get one. Is he actually minus 1,000 for a point? I'm looking that up now.
Probably is. You're a minus 625 favorite. You're usually minus 700 for a point, minus 600 for a point.
Player points. Who are you looking for?
McDavid.
Oh, they don't even have one point.
You might not get plus money for 2.5 points today.
No, plus 170 for 2.5 points.
Yeah, you're asking
minus 175 for 2 points.
That's stupid. That's so stupid.
I'm staying completely off the game.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to talk about it. Let's move on.
Yeah, we have this is an interesting matchup here. The Nashville Predators and the Colorado Avalanche. With the Avalanche, we're seeing anywhere between -170, -180 favorites in this game. Line opened up at a 166 on BetOnline. It's up to a 169. Nice. And this line opened up at a 6. It's now a 6.5 in this game as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one here, where we have. Let's take a look here as I click the wrong thing. Come on, click. There we go. Where we have 80% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Avalanche money line, and then 29% of the tickets are on the puck line. No cash flow in this game. Seeing the Avalanche is this big of a favorite is kind of interesting now. I have them priced to be around this -170 mark, so I think this line's correct. This will be a great game to watch, and this could be a potential first-round playoff matchup if the Preds keep playing the way they are and pass Winnipeg. This would be a first-round matchup, which I think this would be. I think if you're Nashville, the only team I do not want to see in the first round of the playoffs is the Avalanche right here. I think this would be the toughest matchup for the Preds when it comes to the playoffs. And it'd be the only team I would not take the Preds against. I would take a shot at the Preds against the Stars, against the Jets, against the Canucks, against whoever. Like the Avalanche would be the only team I wouldn't. Because the Avalanche own this team. Now, granted, Nashville won the last time these two teams met, but this is a matchup that's just gone the Avalanche's way for years. I would only look Avalanche in this game. But the price just is going to keep me off of this one.
Okay. I will say I have no I have no hockey plays today. I put all my focus into baseball. So I'll just kind of introduce the games. I'll go through the chat. I'll let you talk about hockey. Sorry, I got nothing. Avalanche money line parlay piece.
I could see that, yeah.
Oh, right. Hyman, anytime goal, and Bouchard, anytime point, usual Oilers, same game parlay. Same game parlay that. Predators, money line. Angry McKinnon today. Nathan McKinnon.
He had his home point streak snapped. It was the first time all season long. By the way, we're in late March. The season started in October. It was the first time McKinnon didn't score a point at home this year.
Yikes. Morning, guys. How you doing? We're doing good, Michael. By the way, Nick, Ethan Norby today. Ethan Norby.
I kind of expected that. I said that yesterday.
Yep. Let's keep on rolling to this game, Nick.
Yeah, we get a decent road favorite in this spot too. Where we have the New York Rangers and the Arizona Coyotes in this one here. Line opened up at a 189. It's down to a 180. So we've had a move towards Arizona in this one. And line opened up at a 6 at plus 104. It's a 6 at minus 103. So we have a move towards the over. We have a move towards the Coyotes in this game. We have 84% of the tickets are on the Coyotes in this spot, which explains the line movement towards them. 65% of tickets are on the puck line for the Rangers. So we've had a move towards the Yotes, and we've had a move towards the over in this game here. Now, in this spot, I mean, I see value on the Yotes in this game. The Yotes are coming in off of a big win. They win 8-4 against the Nashville Predators, who were on an 18-game point streak. They were 16-0-2, and then they gave up 8 goals to the Arizona Coyotes. Makes sense of that. I think there's value on the Yotes in this game. I'm actually kind of interested in this one because where are the Rangers coming from in their last game? Oh, yeah, a shootout win against the Colorado Avalanche. I could see this as a little bit of a letdown spot. Because the Rangers were the first team in the NHL to lock up a playoff spot. And that now, granted, the Hurricanes are still breathing down the necks of the Rangers for the Metro Division, but I think this could lead to a little bit of complacency from the Rangers. Granted, the Rangers have won 5 in a row against the Arizona Coyotes. Only 2 of those did they cover a puck line, though. and they've been monster favorites the last 5 matchups: -177, 305, 254, 352, and 224, according to covers. So that's kind of interesting there. 4 straight wins for the Rangers. They are on this West Coast trip, where this actually it's a quick little West Coast trip. They played in Colorado, they played in Arizona, and then they'll be back at home Monday to play the Penguins. So this could easily be a sandwich spot. You just played the Colorado Avalanche, a little bit of a statement game. You played your former goaltender Georgiev. Next game after this, you get the Pittsburgh Penguins, a division rival, at home. But now you have to go to a Mullet Arena where you play in front of 5,000 fans against a lowly Coyotes team, and then you head home after this. I think this could be a look-ahead spot for the Rangers, and I think that there's some value here with the Coyotes. The question is, do I want to trust the Yotes for a full 60 minutes, or do I look at the first period? Because I could see this as a Yotes first period, and then this game finishes 3-2 Rangers in overtime. Because I also kind of lean draw in this game. I think that the overtime is worth a look in this one as well, because I can see the Rangers kind of struggling with this game. You can get +162 full game for the Yotes. I think I'm just going to move on the first period for the Yotes. And I'm seeing +135 on Caesars, +130 on ESPN Bet. I think I'm interested in moving on the Yotes first period in this game.
Good luck to you. I'm not gonna bother. I know nothing about hockey, but I have been betting it for the past few days. With the NBA being such a crapshoot and so few college basketball games. Hope you guys can hook me up with a winner.
So far, I bet the Wild, and I'm gonna bet the Yotes first period.
So no winners here. Rangers with the will win. Yotes coming off the biggest win of the season.
And the Rangers aren't coming off a big win against the Avalanche.
Yotes money line. Yotes gift. Hold on. You want Willie Coyote? Hold on. Here he is. There you go. I got you. I hope the Yotes players just trying to get to fight the Rangers. That'd be fun. Yo. What's up, Mr. Joe? Coyotes somewhat usually get the better of Nashville whenever they do head-to-head. Not sure why, but I love the Desert Dogs at home as usual. Like some unders, of course you do. This is a letdown spot, but how many times do the Rangers find a way to win? I don't think there's letdown spots for the Rangers.
That's why I'm just sticking to the first period, and I got the first period +130 here.
Yeah. Yotes +1.5 first period. Schmaltz points. Sure. Will we see your card later? Yes, I'll post it one. Nick should put up his his NHL plays soon. And then as we go through the baseball, I'll end up putting those up. Not sure what we're doing for college basketball yet today, but after the show, yes, all of them will be on. Yo, what's up, Markel? What's up, Jojo Rabbit? Under 4.5 in this game. Good luck. What do you guys have in college? I just took all the dogs. I just bet all the dogs. I came out of nowhere when I hear Yotes money line. Of course you do.
Yotes first period money line.
And Blues Sharks definitely goes under 4.5. Interesting. Let's keep on moving through the hockey slate.
Yeah. We have the Boston Bruins and the Washington Capitals. We're seeing Bruins -170 favorites on some books. On BetOnline, it opened up at a 158. It's up to a 162. So we've had a slight move towards the Bruins here on the road. Line opened up at a 5.5 -106. Is now a 5.5 -112 in this game. The Capitals coming in off of a loss, which was very nice to see. I would like to see the Capitals continue to lose hockey games. And I'm waiting for the regression here of the Capitals, and maybe it can start here because they're not going to continue this. And if they do, they're just going to play themselves into a first-round sweep in the playoffs, is what they're going to do. 70% of the tickets are on the Capitals, yet the line moving towards the Bruins in this game was kind of interesting. Looking at my projections for this game, I have this game projected. Where is my spreadsheet? There it is. I Now let's get the Bruins up. I have this game projected for the Bruins to be favorites in this game around the minus 165, minus 170 mark. I would like to move on the Washington, or not the. I would like to move against the Washington Capitals. And I get it. There's not much value on it here, but we have a Bruins team that I do trust, and we have a Capitals team that I believe is going through some injuries right now or suspensions. Tom Wilson is part of a 6-game suspension right now. I believe this is his second game on suspension for a cross-check. And they're without, Backstrom, Milano, Bear. Okay, it's the same guys that have been out all year. I would like to fade the Capitals. I'm not going to in this spot. It's just laying this type of number on the Bruins on the road is not something I particularly want to do. And the Capitals as a home dog right now is kind of tough to fade as much as I would love to do it. It's Bruins or nothing for me. And it's another nothing play for me. It's just some of these games are just pricing me too far out of being able to bet anything. So another no play here.
Knicks will go to the finals. I don't know where you're smoking.
I could see it.
As chalky as it's I'm on the Cavs. As long as the Cavs go into the playoffs healthy, I'll take the Cavs. Okay. I think betting under 6.5 in every single NHL game will be profitable again. Okay. Probably at the end of the year. Until the end of the year, pass. Heart cuts. Okay. Capitals money line. Good luck. Under 6.5, bump it up. Capitals donating the L jerseys for one last time. Though means
they have the W jerseys today. Okay, definitely I'm more interested in the Bruins.
Mike Soroka over 4.5 strikeouts. I kind of like Mike Soroka over 4.5 strikeouts.
I don't trust Mike Soroka for anything.
Let's keep on rolling, Nick.
Yeah, this game being a 6 shocked me. And let's get into it here. We have the Carolina Hurricanes and the Montreal Canadiens. Line opened up at a minus 240 on BetOnline. It's up to a minus 268. So we've had a move towards the Hurricanes in this game. Line opened up at a minus 106. It's now a minus 101 for the over 6. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game here, where we have 11% of the tickets and 87% of the cash is on the Canadiens in this one, 3,448 tickets in, which doesn't surprise me because how many actually decent sports bettors are laying minus 280 on the road with the Hurricanes in this game? So we head over towards my projections in this game here. And one thing that's kind of tricky with this game for me, or one thing I'm looking at in this game is something I really haven't bet too many of as of late. I think this could be the lowest scoring game of the day. When you look at this, I have the Canadiens projected for 1.9 goals in this game. Frederik Andersen has been really good since coming back from injury. I'm hoping it's Andersen today. I'm interested in this under. And not only am I interested in this under, I'm interested in doubling down on this under. Taking the first period and full game under. I was stunned to see this at a 6. So I'm interested in this game. And Montembeault has been good this year at home. And I'm seeing 6 minus 115 on a few spots. Like, this shouldn't be a 6. This should be a 5.5, like it is on FanDuel, like it is on ESPN Bet. And then for the first period, I'm getting plus money for the under 1.5 on Bet365. I'm going to double down on this under. I don't bet many unders. This I think is the lowest scoring game of the day. It would not shock me to see this game being 0-0 halfway through the second period. So I'm going to double down on this one here. Bet365 has first period under 1.5 at plus 105. And then the full game under 6 minus 115 on DraftKings. I'm going to be betting both of those.
Good luck to you. Canadians in the under. Canes puck line. Under 4.5, it goes way over, or it goes way over. Either 4-1, either 3-1 or 5-4.
Yeah, this will either be 2-0 Hurricanes or 6-4 Hurricanes. Like I still think the Hurricanes win this game, but I mean minus 280 is.
The Canes' first line is unreal. I like I love Jake Gensel, and yes, definitely under 6.
Yeah, I was stunned to see it at a 6. So,
all right, let's keep rolling, Nick, because we still got a lot of hockey games to get going through.
Yep, it's a big slate, but this is a fun show, Tim. We have the Philadelphia Flyers and the Chicago Blackhawks. Flyers minus 270 favorites, and we're seeing this line just continue to climb. We're seeing Philadelphia almost as $3 favorites in this game. I'm gonna love fading the Flyers in the spot. If this will click, I can tell you the line history in this one, but it's choosing not to. I love when it chooses not to give me the information that I like. But let's take a look at the cash flow here, where we have 61% of the tickets are on the puck line for the Flyers, and that is it. Let's try again at clicking this. There we go. Line opened up at a 220. It's now a 288. So we've had a big line movement here towards the Philadelphia Flyers in this spot. And if there's one spot that I love fading the Flyers, it's as monster favorites, because this team is not deserving of a minus 280 price tag, minus 300 price tag. There's not. Line opened up at a 6.5 plus 105. It's a 6 at plus 105. It's a 6 at minus 111 now. So we've had a big move towards the over, and we've had a big move towards the Flyers in this game here. I disagree with the Flyers being this massive of favorites. I really do. I'm gonna take a shot with the Blackhawks today. I just got to figure out whether it's money line or if it's a plus 2.5, if I can get a reasonable number on that. But I'm going to be moving on the Blackhawks in this game.
Yeah, you have fun with the Blackhawks. Not a fan of the under here. Blackhawks money line. Albert Soderblom is confirmed. Flyers minus 3.5. Maybe I can get a live plus 2.5 or plus 3.5. Maybe. Everyone on the Flyers power play to get a point. Good luck to you. I'll sprinkle under and Blackhawks puck line Soderblom masterclass.
Okay, I'm glad you guys told me it's Soderblom. I have no interest in the Blackhawks anymore.
Okay, cool. We'll head to the next one, the New York Islanders and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Lightning minus 176 is your total. Go ahead, Nick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, knowing Islanders hockey, it makes absolutely no sense. They'll get shut out versus Kaapo Kähkönen. They'll beat the Florida Panthers, and they'll somehow beat the Lightning today. But then they'll lose to a team like the Canadiens in a week or so. So let's get into it here. We have the New York Islanders. They opened up, or the Tampa Bay Lightning opened up as minus 157 favorites. It's now a minus 158. Now they're down to a 157. So we've had a 1 cent line moving here towards the Isles. Line opened up at a 6.5 at plus money. Immediately went down to a 6, and it's kind of stayed at the 6 there. It's a 6 at minus 116. We have, as for the cash flow in this game, not much help. 90% of the tickets are on the Lightning. No cash on anything here. 50-50 split on the puck line. 50-50 split on the total in this game here. If the Islanders are smart, they'll go back to Varlamov. I anticipate they go back to Varlamov. I'm expecting Patrick Waugh to ride with Varley the rest of the year. They give Sorokin the back-to-backs, and they go with Semyon Varlamov in the starters crease. Or at least that's what they should be doing. And looking at this game for me, I have this game priced with the Lightning around 140, 145 favorites in this game. So I see a slight edge towards the Islanders in this game. Is this a game I'm looking to get involved with? No, I think this could be a good draw spot. Both these teams needing points to continue. The Islanders pushing for a playoff, pushing to get back in the playoff picture. The Lightning trying to lock up their playoff spot. Lightning are now they are in a wild card spot. They are in that top wild card spot, and they are 6 points clear of the Capitals, who are in the second wild card spot. So the Lightning have played themselves firmly into the playoff picture here. I believe we've got 6 teams pretty much set in stone for the East: the Rangers, the Hurricanes, the Bruins, the Panthers, the Maple Leafs, and the Lightning. The only question is who's going to take the last two spots. It's going to be the Flyers, Capitals, Red Wings, or Islanders. We'll see here. Another must-win game for the Islanders. Every game, I think, going forward is a must-win game for them. The Lightning, this is not as big of a game for them. Maybe if you're looking in this spot, maybe an Islanders first period, I think could be worth a decent look in this one. But other than that, I'm not looking to get involved in this one at the moment. It'd be Isles or nothing, but trusting the Isles is kind of tough at this point. So they're just an erratic team that can lose to one of the best or one of the worst goaltenders in hockey, and then somehow beat one of the best teams in hockey. So that's fun. Robert saying the Bolts -1.5. Yeah, there could be a lot of scoring here. There could be. This Islanders team offensively has been much better this year than they have the previous few years. Islanders money line, I like Payne. I mean, who doesn't like Payne? Worst PK in the league versus the league's best power play. Yeah, the Islanders need to stay out of the box. That's the ultimate key for them in this game. 8-1-1 in the last 10, playing good. Yeah, means the Islanders will win this game for no good reason whatsoever because Islanders hockey does not make sense. We'll move on here. The Winnipeg Jets and the Ottawa Senators. The Jets -200 favorites, total of 6 in this game. Taking a look at the line history in this one between Winnipeg and Ottawa, where we have the Jets opening up at 174 favorites. It's up to a 194 now. So we've had a big move towards Winnipeg in this game, which I kind of agree with. Line opened up at a 6 at -106. It's a 6 at -108. So we've had a move towards the over, and we've had a move towards Winnipeg in this game. We're seeing 67% of the tickets and 97% of the cash is on the Senators, and the line moving towards Winnipeg, which is kind of interesting here. Winnipeg kind of struggling as of late, and they've lost the last few games. But now they're back at home. This is a get-right spot for them. This is a get-right opponent for them, the Senators, who are not a good hockey team with one of the worst goaltenders in hockey when you look at advanced analytically wise. I think this is a good bounce-back spot for the Jets. The question is, do you want to lay this type of number with them? And I'm kind of saying, yeah. I'm kind of looking at the Jets in this spot on the -1 line, which will probably be a little expensive, but I think will be worth it here. I'm trying to find where the best available lines are for them. I'm seeing -198 on DraftKings. Do they have a puck line here? They do. It's +130 for the puck line on DK. I'm kind of interested in the -1 line here at -198 and +130 for the Jets, which will come out to be -130. I think that's worth a look here. I'm going to be on the Jets -1 in this one here.
Look to you. We're just going through the games until we can finally reach baseball. What did you leave off in the chat?
It is there.
I can't bet the Jets. Just can't. Sen's still on a winning streak. Yeah, I'll go Jets in the under. Love when the chat's against each other. It's the best. Pittsburgh Penguins are -160 road favorites against the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Columbus Blue Jackets are officially eliminated from the playoffs. I feel like Pittsburgh would probably be the next team to go down in the Eastern Conference. Montreal and Ottawa are still below them by a chunk. But you got two teams that are kind of out of it, playing for exercise at this point. What are your thoughts on this one, Nick?
Yeah, these two. If you're feeling like you have deja vu and you just saw these two teams played each other, they did. They played in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh won 3-2. Frustrating because there was 4 goals in the second period and the game still went under. And I had the over 6.5 in that game, and I'm kind of interested in going back to it here with the over in this game here. Of course, my line history is not loading here. Come on. There we go. Line opened up at a 163. It's up to a 170 for the Penguins. So we've had a 7-point line movement, 7-cent line movement towards the Pens in this game. Line opened up at a 6.5 at -110. It's a 6.5 at -115. So we've been moved towards the over here as well. 50-50 split on the total, 50-50 split on the money line, and the line there. Looking at my projection for this game, I have this game projected with the with wrong game. I was gonna say that's way lower than I thought it was, but I typed in Jets, not Penguins. I have this game projected for 7.05 goals. I have the Penguins projected for 3.88 goals. I would probably lean Penguins team total over, but I'm just gonna play the full game over here in this spot. Full game over 6.5 is where I'm gonna be going in this game. And I'm gonna shop around and find the best number for that. But yeah, I'm gonna be on the over in this game, over 6.5.
Get some goals. Hellebuck has lost his last 4 starts. Yikes. Never thought I'd bet Senators over Jets, but here I am. Is it baseball time yet? Love me some baseball. I'm waiting for it too. I'm waiting for
Almost. Where we do our due diligence, and yep.
Man, if I knew we were doing hockey first, I would have hopped on later. Jets are gone first round. Blue Jackets special. Blue Jackets.
I can see the Blue Jackets being worth a little bit in this game, but I'm just gonna stick with the over.
The Pens own CBJ home away from home. Some crap games in the NHL. I agree. Speaking of crap games and crap teams.
Yeah, talk about a crap team. We have the Buffalo Sabres playing here against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs minus 145, road favorites, total 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here. If I can find the game, there we go. Where we have Toronto. Click. If this will click, which the answer is probably no, because that would be convenient for things to just work for me, and they just don't ever. There we go. Line opened up at a 155, and the line's actually gone towards the Sabres in this one here, down to a 148. Line opened up at a 6.5 minus 108. It's now a 6.5 at minus 106 in this one here. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game here between the Leafs and the Sabres. We have 67% of the tickets are on the Maple Leafs, yet the line moving towards the Sabres. 75% of the tickets are on the under in this game as well. And for me in this game, I'm interested in Buffalo. Now, this is, I think this is a tricky spot for Buffalo, being a back-to-back. And I also have this game projected for 6.96 goals. Maybe there's some value on a Buffalo team total in this game. But I'm looking at Buffalo here, and with it being a back-to-back, where do we think that the back-to-back is going to hurt the Sabres the most? Is later in the game. I'm going to look to play Buffalo in this game early. I'm going to look to play them in the first period, not the full game. Because I could see Buffalo up 2-1 at the end of the first period, and then falling apart late and losing and maybe overtime, maybe a draw in this game. But on DraftKings, I can get the first period money line at plus 105. I'm going to take a shot here with the first period money line for Buffalo.
I think I want to look towards Tace Thompson again, but with him doing what he's been doing or what he did yesterday, maybe not. God, are they going to suck me in, Nick? Are they going to suck me back in?
That's what she said.
Shut up. 2.3% chance at making the playoffs. So we were like 0.8% yesterday. So we went up 1.5%. I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Leafs fans travel well for this game. I see over 6.5. The most Canadian part about Buffalo is
when the Leafs are in town.
First sold out game of the season.
No, Toronto played there earlier in the year.
Oh, come on, Nick. Come on. And Boston played there too. Boston played there too.
And here's the sad part, Tim, is you know why these games sell out, and it's not just because it's the Maple Leafs. Because it's cheaper for people in Toronto to drive over the border into Buffalo and buy tickets to
same deal with Bruin fans.
Yeah, I even heard a story the other day where it was cheaper for people to drive all the way from Toronto to Raleigh to see the Hurricanes and the Maple Leafs rather than going to Scotiabank Arena in Toronto.
Oh, jeez. Sabres Day, Sabres money line, the over, Tage Thompson. Oh, boy. F the Leafs. I agree. Who are the Leafs playing in the first round?
Panthers right now. The Bruins might win the Atlantic.
Ooh, that could be a fun series. Wait, it would be Bruins in the first round for him?
No, it would be Panthers.
You just said the Panthers might win the Atlantic.
No, Bruins might win the Atlantic.
Don't let Matthews get 60. Okay. That's sad how hockey games should have been over $100. Shouldn't be over $100. But they know that they could sell tickets, so.
Oh, yeah.
Three more hockey games, then baseball.
Yeah, and we get a minus 350 favorite in the St. Louis Blues in this spot here against the San Jose Sharks. Line opened up at the 322. It's down to a 317. Line moving towards the Sharks, which isn't surprising because we will not have Vezina caliber goaltender Jordan Binnington in this game. It will be Joel Hofer in this spot. I don't think it really matters who the goaltender is for this game for the Blues. Line opened up at a minus 106. It's now minus 112. So we've had a move towards the over, and we've had a move towards the Blues, or move towards the Sharks in this game. I apologize. 50-50 split on the total, and nothing on the side. This was one of the easier passes on the card. As for the total, I think the 6 is correct. I have no interest in betting the Blues at minus 350. I'm not touching the Sharks in this game. I think this could be a big game for the Blues. If the Wild can beat the Golden Knights and the Blues win this game, we're talking about a much closer race in that Western Conference where the Blues would be 4 points behind the Golden Knights. So, or if LA loses to Calgary, which I don't think LA loses to Calgary, so I'll probably be moving on LA. It would be a 3-point deficit for the Blues. So big game for the Blues today. Must win. I think they do win this game, but minus 350, there's nothing you can do with that.
Yeah. No reason to bet these games. Blues puck line lead under. Blues minus 1.5. That would be embarrassing if it doesn't hit. My homer 2-teamer is Blues and the O's. I like the O's today. Yes. Well, I like the O's every day, but that's not the point. I guess I'll trust the Blues minus 1.5 with Hofer this one and one time only. And you like the under. Let's keep on rolling. Got 2 games left in hockey.
Yeah, we have the Dallas Stars and the Seattle Kraken in this one here. With the Stars minus 175 road favorites, total of 6 in this game. And let me get up the line history in this one here, where we have 67% of the tickets are on the under, 71% of the tickets are on the Kraken puck line in this game. Nothing on the money line for this one here. Action Network for NHL has been terrible lately. It's just they give us no information, which I don't really use that type of information for hockey, but it'd be nice to have. We have this line opening up at 158, so up to a 174 for Dallas. We've moved towards the Stars in this game. Line opened up at a minus 106. It's a minus 102. So we've had to move towards the under in this game as well, which doesn't surprise me with the tickets coming in on the under here in this one. I had this game projected for 5.86 goals, so I think this 6 is about right, slightly in towards the under. And I see a little bit of value with the Kraken in this spot here, but fading the Stars has not been particularly good for me this year, because don't look now. The Dallas Stars are the best team in the Western Conference, 101 points, and they are 1 point behind the Rangers for the President's Trophy right now, which is stunning, especially with Ottinger being subpar this year. I'm stunned that the Stars are this good. So I have no interest in this game. I would lean Kraken, but am I looking to fade the Stars in the spot? No.
Good luck to you. Blue and gold parlay. Blues, Predators, and Sabres. Stars puck line. Stars are a decent bet here. And the under. Final hockey game, then baseball.
Yes, you can finally get baseball in a second here, Tim.
Woo-hoo!
Only an hour into the show, and we are almost to baseball, Tim. Line opened up at a minus 144. It's now a minus 160 for the LA Kings. We've had a decent move towards the Kings. I kind of like the Kings in this matchup here. More, I don't like the Flames in this matchup. Line opened up at a 5.5, minus 116. It is a 5.5 at minus 115 now. So we've had a slight move towards the under here as well. 80% of the tickets are on the Kings, which explains the line move towards the Kings in this one here. I'm expecting maybe Wolf in this spot here. I have the Kings as $2 favorites in this game. And I'm going to be betting the Kings -1 in this spot. And this was a game that I was almost going to do a free pick video on last night. And I decided just with where I was, because at that point in the night, I was having not a great night. And then obviously Duke, I woke up to Duke winning and things along those lines.
Yes.
But I thought I was going to have another bad night last night. So I was like not in this type of mental state. Am I trying to make bets at the moment? I just wanted to take time and bet all my stuff here. And this was one of those games that I was going to bet. And I am going to bet here. And it's going to be the Kings -1 here against the Flames. I would like to fade the Flames, I think, the rest of the season. I think that this will be a team that you can bet against pretty consistently and have decent success doing so. I'm going to shop around for the best number to fade them here. And I'm seeing I think I've seen Bet365 had the best available number here, -165 plus 160. So I'm going to get close to even money on the Kings -1. I'm going to move on that.
All right. I feel Stars make going deep in the playoffs this year. I feel like we say that every year.
That'll be determined by Jake Ottinger.
Stars have been beating everyone, so puck line with bet insurance applied. Sad games here in Alberta this weekend. Over 5.5. Stars getting bounced first round if they get Nashville. Kings and
Yes.
the under is what I had last night. Stars have a deeper lineup than Nashville. All right.
I think if the playoffs were to start right now, the last team I would want to play is the Nashville Predators.
Well, we don't have to worry about that anymore because it's baseball time.
Okay. And we get to start off with everybody's favorite
Milwaukee
New York
Brewers.
Mets.
Oh.
It's not always about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. All right, baby, let's go. Get a home run, baby. Love the Mets. Let's go, Mets.
I totally didn't click that, so I can start transferring my stuff over from hockey to baseball on my line history and my cash flow and things along those lines. But let's get into it here. We have the New York Mets. They're taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. It is Luis Severino's Mets debut, taking on Hall for the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't know who this Hall guy is. But let's get into the line history. Then we will get into everything else. This line opened up with the Mets as -135 favorites yesterday. It is now a -123. So we do have a move towards the Brewers in this game here in this spot. And this line opened up at an 8. It's down to a 8 at -105. It's down to a 7.5 at -113. So we do have a move towards the under, and we do have a move towards the Brewers, expecting Hall to pitch well for these Brewers here. And this is definitely going to help me keep off this game, if not bet the Brewers in the spot. 71% of the tickets and 96% of the cash is on the Mets, and the line moving towards the Brewers, 16,075 tickets in. 87% of the tickets and 94% of the cash on the under in this game here. The line moving towards said under. I kind of do think this could be another under spot in this game. And we usually see this with New York in March and April is unders. We see unders in Mets games, and usually their offense starts to pick up a little bit later when the weather starts to warm up. So we could see unders in Mets games early, and then they start to hit overs a little bit deeper into the season. I don't have too much of a particular interest in this game, other than maybe a first 5 under or a Brewers first 5. But if you're looking to bet the Brewers, according to Fangraphs, they have the number 5 projected bullpen. So you just probably want to play them full game. They did use a couple of their top guys yesterday. McGill, Payampas, and Uribe all made appearances yesterday for the Brewers. So their availability could be a question. I don't think it will be, seeing that it's only the second game of the year For the Mets, I don't think we saw that many big relievers for them yesterday. I think we saw Brooks Raley, we saw Drew Smith, we saw Jorge Lopez, and Michael Tonkin. And Tonkin had a really nice appearance yesterday. This bullpen's not going to be bad for the Mets this year. And Fangraphs has him 12th in baseball. So I think that's definitely a huge improvement. Also helps having Edwin Diaz back in the back of that bullpen. It was nice seeing him warm up in the bullpen a little bit yesterday. But for me in this game, I would lean Brewers if I had to bet a side. And I'm a little bit more interested in the under in this game than I am in the over. But this is not a game I'm particularly looking to get my day started with.
What did we all see yesterday, Nick? What did we see from the Mets yesterday? One hit. One hit. That is it. I will say I do. There is Zach Short's going to be in the lineup today, batting 8th. And we get to see Taylor make his debut for the Mets as well. I took the Mets, but I wasn't going to lay that much. I took the run line plus 170. I went for the big score. Luis Severino, I'm hoping a change of scenery for him helps him out this year after he's been playing in New York his entire career, and now he's changing sceneries and going to New York. So
huge change in scenery there for him, going from New York to New York.
But no, he's going from the dark side to the light side. So at least he's got that. I think you get a solid start from him in his first start. I took the Mets today. It is what it is. Sue me.
Fair enough.
Under 2.5 and what? The Mets game?
2-0 game.
Jesus. Am I crazy for liking all the MLB winners from Friday/Saturday again today? I mean,
just everybody starts 2-0.
I don't know if that's necessarily a good approach, but good luck. Mets. Yes, Mets. Brew Crew. No Brew Crew today. Let's go to this one where I might have a play in this one as well.
Yeah, we have Mike. We have the Detroit Tigers. They're at the Chicago White Sox. Michael Soroka and Kenta Maeda, your pitchers in this one here. Interesting line history in this spot, Tim, which actually points to, I believe, the side you bet. This line opened up at a minus 145 for the Tigers, and now we're seeing minus 128 on Bet Online. So we've had a move towards the White Sox in this game, anticipating them to actually have a decent performance today. Line opened up at an 8 at even money, and now it's 8.5. So it's moved up from 8 to 8.5. So they're expecting Maeda to get hit a little bit today. Let's see if the cash flow kind of represents that as well. 86% of the tickets are on the Tigers' money line. This line's moved towards the White Sox. And then we do have 80% of the tickets and 73% of the cash is on the over. The line's moved towards the over in this game. So I understand the line moved towards this over at this spot. I mean, and here's the problem. I don't want to be betting the White Sox much this year. But if you're looking to do it, first 5. I think the first 5 is the way to do it because the White Sox have the 30th ranked bullpen according to Fangraphs. Tigers, 22nd. So both these bullpens are pretty bad. I'm interested in this over too, with the line moving up. And what did we see when these two teams played each other, Tim, on opening day? What was the score of this game?
1-0.
1-0. I think this line moving up is telling us that these two pitchers are vulnerable today. And I think this is where I'm going to start my card. And it's going to be with the over 8.5 in this game. I like this. I like this game for some runs. And if you're feeling a little frisky too, White Sox team total over. After they get basically blanked in the first game, I'm seeing 3.5 as the team total in this game. I'm kind of interested to see what DK usually has the better numbers for team totals. I'm going to take a look to see what that is, but I'm looking at the over in this game between the White Sox and the Tigers. So leaning White Sox team total over, but I like the full game over here more than anything else in this game because I could see the Tigers tagging up on Soroka.
I want to do both the over and the White Sox. The White Sox is my more liked play in this one though. Do you know the only team that was worse than the Mets yesterday in terms of offense? It was the White Sox.
No, it
You
wasn't.
know how bad the
They played on
offense,
Thursday.
huh?
They played on Thursday, so they couldn't be worse yesterday.
Or you know what I meant. You know how bad the White Sox were? They're currently the only team in baseball to not have a base runner in scoring position.
Wow.
They had not gotten a guy past first base the entire game. Now you say bounce back spots are for good teams. I know that. I'm not calling this a
The
bounce
White
back
Sox are
spot.
definitely not a good team.
But I expect some runs from the White Sox today. I want to take the over and the White Sox in this one, Nick. Thoughts on both of those for the site?
I just bet the White Sox team total over 3.5
Right, so
at minus
we're good.
125.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to take the full game over 8.5, which I'm seeing minus 110 on Fanatics. I'm going to bet that as well.
Sounds good. Back to the chat. I'm going to quickly put both those plays up on the site.
Sounds good. I was just logging in there. To my Fanatics. Where do you leave off for the chat?
Shows 3 chats for me.
What's good, Mo Harris? White Sox first 5. I feel like if you like the White Sox, you take them first 5 or you take them team total. You don't take them full game because their bullpen's going to be putrid this year. And I don't want to rely on them to win a baseball game. Maeda Day, Tigers and Maeda K-props. See, I could see Maeda K-props hitting and the White Sox team total hitting and the full game over hitting. Because we're just asking for 4 runs from them, which I just locked in that. I'm locking in the full game over as well. Minus 110 over 8.5 for this game. And I just bet the White Sox team total over 3.5, minus 125. So we'll head to the next game. This one was this one split out for me yesterday. But I felt like I had a decent read on this game. And I feel like one of these teams is going to be a really good team to live bet this year a lot because and the markets are kind of pointing towards this as well. Line opened up in a minus 115 for the Atlanta Braves. We're seeing minus 127 for them now on BetOnline. Line opened up in an 8 at minus 125, and it's actually moved down to 8 at minus 116. So we've had a move towards the under. We've had a move towards the Atlanta Braves. We have 27% of the tickets, but 78% of the cash is on the Phillies. We got the lines moving towards the Braves. Very similar line movement to yesterday. 33% of the tickets and 50% of the cash on the under, explaining the line move towards the under in this game as well. And I learned my lesson yesterday. If you like the Braves, you like the bats, you want them 9 innings. I'm not going to ask for the first 5 here, and I get it. The Phillies have the number 1 rated bullpen, according to Fangraphs. Braves are number 2. I think the Braves bullpen is better than the Phillies. I think they're wrong on that one. And the way the line moves here, this is a very similar market to yesterday's game, and the Braves took care of business. And I get it. Probably slight pitching. Actually, no. I was going to say slight pitching advantage towards the Phillies, but no. I think Max Fried's a better pitcher than Aaron Nola. And I'm going to go right back to the Atlanta Braves in this game. When you give me this season the Atlanta Braves as minus 140 favorites or lower, I'm going to try to find reasons to bet them because this team is going to win 100 games this year. I'll say this now: the Braves are going to win more games than the Dodgers will this year. And I think the Astros will win more games than the Dodgers will this year. Granted, the Astros not starting off well, but I'm getting minus 135 on Bet365 and minus 135 on DraftKings. I'm going to move on this on DraftKings just because one thing that I did notice with baseball, and this is more important for baseball than any other sport, that Bet365 does not offer that you got to keep an eye on if you are betting on Bet365. There's no listed pitchers on Bet365.
Oh,
it's always action. So if you're betting a team that you care about the pitcher on the mound, do not bet it on Bet365. If there's a line that's the same or better elsewhere, if you want the only trade-off you're having is you're trading off listed pitchers for the 5-run rule, which on Bet365 you go up 5 runs, your bet's a winner. I'm going to bet the Braves minus 135 on DraftKings here. I think this is a much better Braves team than the Phillies. The Phillies are going to be a good team in October. The
Yeah.
Phillies are built for the playoffs. The Braves are built for the regular season. And so are the Dodgers. Dodgers and the Braves are two teams built for the regular season. We've seen the last few years, they're not built for the playoffs. If this was in the playoffs, it could be the Phillies all day long. Regular season, I'm going to take the Braves at minus 135 here.
I end up staying off this game. It would be leaning towards the Braves run line. Obviously, we saw what they were able to do yesterday in late innings. I'm just not really going to try to – if I don't need to bet each Braves game, I'm not going to. So this one would be a look towards them. Enough for me to get to it? No. So just kind of another stay away game for me. You have the Nerfy. I could see a Nerfy. Frade has horrible career numbers versus the Phillies hitters. JT, Harper, and Turner all batting well over 300 versus. Don't hate that. Let's keep on rolling, Nick.
Yeah, we have the LA Angels and the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles minus 160 home favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. I learned the hard way, fading the Orioles in the first game. Am I probably going to fall for it again and again and again this year, trying to bet against this team? Probably. Am I trying to do that with the Angels? I don't think so. But probably this will be a team that the market doesn't like at all. The Orioles, the line's going to keep moving against them, things like that. The sharp money's going to come in against them, and the Orioles are just going to be one of those teams that doesn't give a crap what the sharps are on, because they're going to be that public team that wins all the time. And of course, the line history is not clicking here for me, which is fun. So cool. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game as we have. There we go. Angels and Orioles. 15,418 tickets in. 95% of the tickets are on the Orioles. 75% of the tickets are on the over. 91% of the tickets are on the run line with the Orioles. Line opened up at a 175. It's down to a 156. So this is another one. This is going to be every freaking game with the Orioles. And this is why I'm not going to be betting the Orioles, but I'm going to learn how to stay away from them. The line opened up at a 115 for the over 8.5. It's now down to a 110 in this game. Grayson Rodriguez versus Griffin Canning. If you want to trust Canning, be my guest. I have no interest in this game. The Orioles are a team that I will find reasons not to bet their games because the market, the way I cap, the markets are not a fan of this Orioles team. They haven't been last year. They weren't the year before. And they're a team that everybody's just continuously made money on. But the second I bet the Orioles, they're going to look like the Oakland A's. I swear they are that team. If I put any type of money on the Orioles, they will turn into the worst team in baseball. So I've given up trying to bet this Orioles games. I'll pass on this one. I know you're going to be betting the Orioles every game. If I touch them, they're going to lose. So I should probably just bet them because I don't know. But no pleasure for me.
Day 2 of 162 of betting the Orioles every single day. Money line minus. I went off of ESPN bet when I posted this at 11:48. Money line minus 165. Run line plus 125. Obviously, I'm betting the run line, but I wanted to keep a log of money line and run line for the entire year for the Orioles, just to kind of show everybody how they've been. Obviously, we mentioned on Thursday. If you've bet them every single game, $100 on the Orioles every single game for the last 2 seasons, you were up $5,800. So not bad at all. So far this year, 1-0, up one unit on the money line, 1-0, up 1.15 on the run line, minus 165 money line today, plus 125 run line today. Betting the Orioles every single day as per usual. And I'll keep going over those stats every single day. We'll be transparent of what exactly we're seeing. So,
yep.
No chat. Let's keep rolling.
Yeah. We have the show's favorite team here, Tim, the Oakland Athletics. They're taking on the Cleveland Guardians. This line opened up at a 130. It's up to a 132 for Cleveland. So we've had a slight move towards the Guardians. Line opened up at an 8. It's down to a 7.5 now. It just ticked down to a 7.5 about an hour ago. So we've had a move towards the under, and we've had a slight move towards the Guardians in this one here. Taking a look at the cash flow, we have 92% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Guardians, 13,010 tickets in, 92% of the tickets on the money line for the Guardians. The Guardians are at a reasonable money line here. Tanner Bybee versus JP Sears. I like JP Sears as a pitcher. I think he's the best pitcher the Oakland A's have on that staff for their rotation. He was part of the Frankie Montas trade with the New York Yankees. He was somebody that the Yankees kind of had some hope for before they traded him. And when you take a look at the only problem is having to trust this Oakland team, and maybe the way you trust JP Sears in this spot is you take it under. This line moving towards the under, even though 60% of the tickets are on the over, I'm kind of interested in this under. When you look at this spot here, because do you trust the Oakland A's to put up any runs in this game? The answer is no. And Cleveland's put up runs the last 2 games, but I think JP Sears is one of those guys that can slow them down. Now, obviously, this would be a first 5 play, not a full game play, because I don't bet full game unders, and the Oakland bullpen sucks. But I am seeing it's a minus 140. Jeez. I was going to say I see 4.5 for a first 5 under on Fanatics, but it's minus 140. I'll probably just take the 4 here on Bet 365. First 5 under 4 in this game and minus 110. Bet 365.
I just took the Guardians run line. This is just a fade of the Oakland Athletics now. We saw the first 2 games, kind of ref for the Oakland Athletics. Although Oakland, it was 3-0 early and ended up being 3-1, 5-1. They came back a little bit at the end, but ended up being a 5-4 game. So I was able to cash my Cleveland run line yesterday. I'm going to go right back to it today with Tanner Bibby. Although JP Sears is one of those pitchers for Oakland that I would trust a little bit more. But it's not a backing of Cleveland. It's that Oakland's going to be this bad this year. So we'll have another Cleveland run line in this one, Nick.
Yeah, I'll just take the first 5 under at 4 in this game and move on.
Okay, that's fine. Orioles team total over. Yep. Run line. Yep. Let's go A's. Let's do it. Tim, very interested in your results of money line versus run line. I like it. Nerfy. Sure. Maybe K-props.
Bybee.
I don't care. Shut up. I like it. Orioles double result. First 5 full game. I like that one too.
That's not a bad way to look at games as well. To chop down juice without laying run lines is a double result.
Yeah, but when I think that the Orioles are going to win this game 10-2 today, it's not going to really matter. Are you guys doing NCAA after MLB? Yes. We are. So we're still – I can actually see the bottom of the card now.
Yeah, we can see the end of the show. It's within reach. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no. But these are going to be the longer shows. Is when there's big hockey cards. We're going to go over hockey. We're going to go over and there's going to be the same case when NBA has big cards. We're going to be going over everything. We're going to try to. Minnesota Twins and the Kansas City Royals. We had the Twins as minus 130 favorites with a total of 8 in this game. We have Joe Ryan versus Seth Lugo. I think a very underrated offseason move. Kansas City Royals getting Seth Lugo. That's a solid piece in their rotation. He had a decent year with the Padres last year. He was a really solid reliever for the Mets for the previous few years before that. I'm trying to get my line history up here, but it's not clicking. So we'll head over to the cash flow in this game here, where we have 24% of the tickets and 95% of the cash is on the Kansas City Royals in this game. So line moving towards KC in this game. And then 67% of the tickets are on the under in this game as well. Let's see if it'll work now, because I would like a line history for this game because there we go. This line opened up at minus 115 for the Twins. It's now up to a minus 123. So we do have a move towards Minnesota in this one here. And kind of an interesting line move there, which will probably keep me off of Kansas City because the bigger bets are on KC, but that line moving towards Mini is kind of weird. Line opened up at an 8.5, at even money. It's an 8.5 at plus 105. That's where I'm more interested in this one here. I like Seth Lugo. I really like Joe Ryan. He was somebody that I bet an awful lot of last year. And this is a Twins team that I did really like last year as well. This year, I still don't. I still think they're a playoff team. The one thing that kept me off of like futures for them is last year I got plus 185 for them in the Central. Now they were like minus 130. So there was no value on them here. But this is a game I would like to go to an under. I would like to bet the under in this game. I would like to bet the first 5 under because this KC bullpen does worry me a little bit. And I'm seeing, wow. Bet 365 has a under 4 at plus 105. I'm going to take the first 5 under 4 in this game with Ryan and Lugo.
Yeah, I'm on the Kansas City Royals, plus 110. I know I like Lugo. He's been very solid. He's back in that starting role, because he was not in that. Oh, he was in the starting role last year.
With the
he was
Padres.
relief with the Mets.
Relief with,
I kind of like him in the starting role. I think that's a good spot for him. Joe Ryan, obviously, we made some money off of last year. He was pretty solid himself. But once again, I like this Kansas City team. I think they're going to have a good year. Obviously, I have division prop on them, and we'll go from there. Kansas City, I'm going to take their money line plus 110. Did Starling just get hit in the head? Sorry, I have the ECU game on the side monitor now. 1-0 ECU, by the way. I think Starling just got hit in the head. I'm watching the replay now. Going for a bunt. Yeah, hit in the head.
Ouch.
Yikes. Anyways, sorry, I got distracted when I saw that. Twins in the over. Their spring training stats suck. I don't look at spring training stats at all. They mean nothing to me. Spring training numbers mean absolutely nothing. Well, we'll go from talking about one Pirates with Jacob Starling getting hit, and by the way, ECU bases loaded, nobody out, first inning, up 1-0. And we'll go to the Pro Pirates.
Yeah, we head to Miami, where the Pittsburgh Pirates are hoping to break out the Bruins today. Marlins are minus 120.
Nope, they play tomorrow.
They play tomorrow? Never mind. I take that back. They play tomorrow. Maybe they break out the Bruins tomorrow, but maybe that's a little showing of the hand here for this game, where we have this line opened up at a minus 115 for Miami on Bet Online. It's now minus 110. So we've had to move towards Pittsburgh in this spot. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 120. It's an 8.5 minus 117. Move towards the under in this one as well. And I've gone it would be 3-1 so far with this year betting Pirates games or betting Marlins games. I had the Pirates first 5 full game 1. We split out on that one because the Pirates lost the first 5, but won the in extra innings game 2. Easily cashed the Pirates yesterday in that 7-2 win and the over. I'm not going back to the over in this game. However, I am going to go towards the Pirates in this spot. We have 58% of the tickets, 75% of the cash on the Marlins. Get the line moving towards the Pirates here. We have Jared Jones taking on Ryan Weathers in this one here. Ryan Weathers last year was, to say bad would be kind of putting it nicely. He only got into 15 games, but he had a 1-8 record with a 6.55 ERA, 57 2/3 innings pitched, 43 strikeouts with a WHIP at 1.68. He did not look good at all. He's a career 588 pitcher. Jared Jones on the flip side here. I believe this will be his debut because last year he pitched with Altoon, the curve, and he pitched with Indiana as well, or Indianapolis, the AAA team of the Pirates. Last year, he went 4-5 with a 4.72 ERA. There. Let's take a look what we don't know. He got a non-roster invite to spring training this year. I'm assuming pitched well in spring training enough to get him a starting job on this team. And looking at this thing, this is pretty simple for me. I've been saying this for a while. I'm going to keep banging on this door all year long. The Marlins are a last place team this year. Marlins are a last place team, and we're going to continue to fade the crap out of the Marlins this year. And I'm going right back to it this game. Pretty simple for me. Pirates money line. Raise the Jolly Roger in this game. I can get even money on Fanatics. The fact that I've been able to get plus money all 3 games to fade the Marlins so far just proves to us, because the Pirates are a better team than the Marlins, which sounds crazy because the Marlins made the playoffs last year and the Pirates haven't made the playoffs in forever. But with that being said, this Pirates team, I think, is a better team than the Marlins this year. The Marlins, and this is using recency bias at its best against it. The only reason the Marlins are this big of favorites is they're at home a little bit, and they were a playoff team last year that overachieved last year that we're going to fade this year. Pirates here for me.
Same page. And I've been loving the Marlin fade to start the year. It's 2-0. Hopefully after today, 3-0. Just a team that obviously we both think are very low on. We have Marlins finishing last place in the division, and it's kind of shown. Their starting pitching is shaky with no Sandy Alcantara. And
no Sandy Alcantara, no Yuri Perez.
I was trying to think of the other guy that was missing, Yuri Perez.
And there's one more who's starting the year on the IR from, I think it was shoulder discomfort or something like that. I'm trying to remember who it was, but they're missing 3 of their top starters heading into the season. Ryan Weathers is starting game 3 for you.
Yeah, this Marlins team is going to be bad. Pirates.
Yeah.
The usual Nerfy. And you like the Pirates again today? Yes, Pirates again today. And guess what, Nick?
Pirates tomorrow.
All right, Nick. This is my 1-800-GAMBLER move on game.
See, I'm higher on these teams than you are, but what a pitching matchup we have in this game too. We have Zach Littell taking on Yusei Kikuchi in this one here. This line opened up at a 115. It's up to a 125 now for the Rays. So we do have a move towards the Rays here in this one. Line opened up in an 8.5 even money. It is now an 8.5 at -105. So a slight move towards the over and a slight move towards the Rays. Anticipating Kikuchi gets hit a little bit here. And let's take a look at the cash flow to see if it agrees with Kikuchi getting hit. 72% of the tickets on the Rays, line moving that way. 57% of the tickets on the over, line moving that way. And I am kind of on the boat of Kikuchi gets hit here in this spot. When you look at these two teams play a lot of overs against each other as well. It is one thing I've noticed, and we saw the Rays be able to put up runs yesterday. We saw the Jays put up runs the game before. I think this game goes over the total. I think the Rays win. And this is a Rays team that I want them full games because this is the top bullpen in baseball. And I'm getting -125 on Fanatics. I will take that. And as for the total in this game, I'm actually going to take the Jays bullpen out of the mix here. I'm going to go with the team total over. I'm going to go with the Rays team total over as well. I'm going to double down on the Rays here. Money line and team total. This is a fade of Kikuchi. The market kind of agrees with the fade of Kikuchi here as well. So that's where we're going to be going in this one here is Rays money line at -125 on Fanatics and the team total over. I'm going to be shopping around for that one. I'm logging the DraftKings right now because I bet all my team totals on DraftKings because because it's tough to shop around or it's tough to find player or team totals on BetStamp, where it's usually where I shop around for lines, and 98% of the time the best line is on DraftKings anyway, which 4.5 at plus money. I'll take a shot with that. Rays team total over 4.5 plus 114. I would have liked a 3.5 at laying $1 or whatever, but I'm fine with the 4.5 here, and I will lay the $1.25 with the Rays here as well.
I think I'm going to be betting 13 Blue Jays games this year.
And it's the Orioles, and Orioles.
I'm not going to bet Blue Jay games this year. It's a team that I never get right, so I'm not even going to try. Because I will say, And I put out my leans the past 2 days. Opening day, I said I leaned Rays. They got blown out. I said yesterday I leaned Toronto. They lost. If I had to go and bet this game, I'm probably looking toward what?
Say the J. Say the J. Say the J.
I was going to say the over. But I'm not betting. I'm 0-2 in my leans on Blue Jay games. So over. If I had to bet this game, I am not touching the Blue Jays this year.
Understandable.
Rays no bat in the ninth, plus 110.
It's not a bad look either.
But Nick, it's a holiday today.
Yeah. Now the question is, how do you celebrate this holiday? Last year, we celebrated it by making money with Patrick Corbin, which sounds absolutely ludicrous. But, I mean, considering that the lines were always super wide on Patrick Corbin days, it made sense. Line opened up at a 165 for Cincinnati. It's up to a 169. Nice. And the line opened up at a 9, and it's gone all the way up to a 10 now. So we have a 1-run line movement up from a 9 to a 10. And we've had a slight movement towards the Reds, kind of saying they're anticipating Patrick Corbin get hit. Or they're just adjusting to the market where 95% of the tickets are on the Reds, no cash flow, and 88% of the tickets is on the over. I would like to see what Patrick Corbin does first before betting any of his games. Personally, I leaned over in this game, but I didn't want the 10 in this spot. 10s make me a little bit nervous when it comes to totals. Now I'll bet 10s. I'll bet 10.5. I'll bet 11 overs. I'll bet Coors Field overs if I think these two pitchers are going to get lit up. The number doesn't bother me here. But this is just going to be a stay off spot for me because the Reds are having the feeling for me of the Orioles where they're going to be an ultra public team that wins a lot of games that people think is underrated and things along those lines. And then the underrated team gets 90% of the tickets every game and still finds ways to win. So I'm staying off this spot. I have no interest in this game whatsoever. I lean Reds and over but I want to see what Patrick Corbin does to start the year first.
I believe last year it was only Dean Kramer that was more profitable in the regular season than
that's insane.
Corbin. I know that does sound crazy. I'm pulling it up exactly. Patrick Corbin, 15-17 last year when he pitched, up 9.12. You know why?
The thing is, you're going to get consistent Patrick Corbin all year long because of the amount of money they pay him.
Yeah, you're going to get him all year long. Also, yeah, he's going to lose you more games than he's going to win you, but when you're plus money, so plus 150. I'm on the Nationals today. I'm on the Nationals plus 150 with Patrick Corbin against the Reds. And if he's going to continue to pitch like he did last year, I'll take him.
Sure.
Nats first 5. Yeah, I like the Nationals.
I would only look first 5 if you're betting the Nationals just because their bullpen's terrible.
Let's head to the later games.
Yeah, Chicago Cubs and the Texas Rangers, the defending World Series champions, minus 125 favorites in this game, total 9.5, saying 6.5, having hockey on my mind. This is the only interleague matchup. We have Kyle Hendricks and Cody Bradford, so it could be a bullpen game here for these Texas Rangers. Line opened up at a 9, it's up to a 9.5, so we've moved towards the over. Line opened up at a minus 120, it's up to a minus 121 on BetOnline, so we've had a 1 cent line movement here towards the Rangers. We've had a half-run line movement up towards the over. In the spot, 82% of the tickets are on the over, 7,194 tickets in. 67% of the tickets are on the Rangers. Lines move slightly towards the Rangers here in the spot. I see a pitching advantage here with the Cubbies in this game, and I'm high on the Cubbies this year. And it's just I don't know about this spot though. The Cubs are a team that I'm looking more to bet on than against. One thing that I was looking through here. Where do you think Fangraphs have the Texas Rangers bullpen ranked?
Mid-pack.
25th in baseball.
Oh boy.
The Cubs are 11th. This is why I thought heading into extra innings, I had a nice advantage with the Cubs, with bullpen wise. The bats are on the side of the Rangers here in this spot, though. it's a stay off spot for me. I have a feeling the Rangers are going to cost me money fading them this year because I'm not high on the Rangers once again this year, and I see negative regression coming their way. I just don't know about. I just don't know about now. I backed the Cubs last game because Justin Steele. I want to back Justin Steele, which of course I think he's going on the IR. But I like this Cubbies team an awful lot. I lean over the total as well in this game. I don't trust either of these pitchers, but it's a no play for me.
Hendricks wasn't bad last year. 3.74 ERA and 138 innings pitched, 93 strikeouts.
Capable.
Yeah. I'm another one. The thing is, Cody Bradford is a guy that I think could be interesting for the Texas Rangers this year. He's going to be more of a fill-in type of starter. Just because, I mean, you're going to have to get extra innings with still no DeGrom and no Scherzer.
Wow, DeGrom and Scherzer are starting the year on the IR. Where have I seen this one before?
I know, right? So you're going to have to get other pitchers to kind of eat up innings. And Bradford's going to be one of those. We'll see how he goes. It would be a lean towards the Cubbies for me. But nothing I'm going to end up getting into. I got to run. We'll be looking for the card later. Thanks again, guys. Yep, card will be out after the show. Nick, put up your hockey stuff so I could check that. Rangers, even though I hate them, and sort of a Cubs fan. I think the Cubs will be good this year. Now, this matchup has really pissed me off over the last 2 days.
Yeah, and I'm glad. I'm saying glad I stayed off, even though I ended up betting a losing play. With the over 9 in yesterday's game, it finished 7-1, so I finished to run off. But I looked at that line, and I looked at the line movement, and I used the market to keep me off the Astros yesterday. But let's get into it here. This market movement could potentially put me on the Astros. Line opened up at a 130. It's up to 133, so we've got a slight move towards Houston in this game. Line opened up at a 9.5 at even money. It's now a 9 at minus 110. We have 62% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on the Astros in this game. And then we have 73% of the tickets are on the under in this game. The line's moved from a 9.5 down to a 9, so that kind of checks out there. We have Marcus Stroman and we have Hunter Brown, I believe is the match. Yeah, Hunter Brown for the. I'm kind of high on Hunter Brown with the Astros here. I think he's a solid pitcher that can help you get outs. And the markets are pointing towards him having a good start in this game here. And I think he can potentially shut down his Yankees lineup. And when it comes to bullpens, I believe where the Astros are 6th according to Fangraphs. The Yankees 19th. So even though the bullpen edge has been with the Astros the last 2 games, the Yankees have pulled away late, which is kind of surprising. But I'm interested in the Astros in this game. I'm interested in the Astros on the money line. And I think I'm going to move on Houston in this spot.
I mean, I want to go towards Houston again, but at the same time, I don't know if I could trust them. Just 2 ugly games for them so far to start the year. Maybe I stay off them and they win and beat the Yankees. Stroman, I'm not super high on. He had a okay season for the Cubs last year, 3.95 ERA, although he had his best season of recent was with the Mets. But I'm not really sold on Stroman. I think he's a little bit past his prime at this point, but I'm gonna stay off this one. No need for me to want to go after it. It kind of is to start the year. Kind of is.
I think they're going to get better as the year goes along now.
Yeah, they'll get better, but yeah. Astros are dead to me after yesterday. Lean Yanks, but pass. I'm not going to say any team's dead to me just yet.
It's way too early to be claiming that.
I think it's just a tad too early for that. Let's head to this one, Nick.
Yeah. By the way, I'm getting it on FanDuel. Minus 134 for the Astros. I'm going to take them here. All right. We have the Padres minus 130, total of 7.5 in this game. Here, I'm just tracking this Astros money line bet. There we go. We have the Padres minus 130, total 7.5 in this game. We have 4 games remaining in the card here. Let's take a look at the line history here, where we have 2 pitchers making debuts with their team. Line opened up at a 135 for San Diego. It's down to a 124. So we've had a move away from the Padres in this game. And this line opened up at a 8. It's down to a 7.5. So the market kind of anticipating these pitchers have a decent start. Jordan Hicks making his Giants debut, and Dylan Cease making his Padres debut here. We have 46% of the tickets, 71% of the cash on the Giants. Line moving towards the Giants here in this one. So we do have the markets liking San Fran in this spot in this game. And then we have 83% of the tickets are on the over, and the line is moved slightly towards the under in this one. I'm kind of interested in both these pitchers having a decent start in this game. We saw an over in yesterday's game. But when you look at these two teams, the Giants are a team that I'm kind of high on. I am very high on this Padres team. Both these bullpens are rated pretty bad, though. Giants are ranked 23rd, Padres 26th. I do not want a full game for either one of these teams in this one, even though it's a slight edge with the Giants. I do not want a full game with the Giants in this game. I am interested in the Giants in this spot. And I know I said I'm going to be looking to back the Padres as much as possible this year. This is the Giants' first 5 look for me, a lean at the moment. I'm seeing plus 110 on Fanatics, plus 115 on ESPN Bet. It's a lean for me at the moment. This game starts at 7:15. I wouldn't be surprised if this game gets added to my card. I'm kind of curious to see what Dylan Cease does in San Diego. I'm actually really interested to see that. And I lean under in this game. This is an under or nothing for me. And maybe that's my way of backing both these pitchers is a first 5 under. I'm seeing 4 at minus 110 on Bet365. ESPN's a 4 at minus 105. I'm seeing 4.5, but those are minus 150s. So nothing I'm particularly interested there with the 4.5. But I would be looking under in this game if I had to bet anything. It'd be Giants first 5 and under for me if I had to bet anything.
It was a look towards the Giants for me. I'm kind of on the same page as you with the Giants team. They're one of the teams that I think could be an interesting, like,
dog.
Yeah, but only as a dog. And they had a nice win last night, 8-3. So I'm not hating that look. Am I going after them? No, I'm not going to. 3-0 ECU. I kind of lean Giants. This could be an added play depending on how the earlier games go. Fading Dylan Cease in his first start with the Padres, but I would lean Giants.
See, I want to back Cease too.
Astros first 5, if anything, and we get a Suppness. We do get a Suppness. All right, it might be a square play, but I'm gonna definitely be on something in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm mad I didn't end up just pulling the trigger on a 5.5 because this what do you call it? This Padres team or Padres team, this Rockies team defensively is not going to be good. But we have the Diamondbacks. If this will click, that would be cool. I'm seeing minus 1. There we go. Line opened up at a 191. It's now a minus 170. So we've had a move towards the Rockies in this game, which is kind of interesting. And we have this line opened up at a 9.5 minus 120. It's 9.5 at minus 105. We have 31% of the tickets, 96% of the cash on the under, and the line's moving towards the under. So that's I wanted to back the over in this game. It's and then we have 6% of the tickets, 72% of the cash on the Rockies. Line's moving that way. We have Austin Gomber taking on Tommy Henry, 2 pitchers I'm not very high on. So this over feels like an okay look. And it just moved up another 5 cents. I just saw that it moved up another 5 cents here towards the over. So we've had a slight. It's still been a move towards the under. It's over or nothing for me in this game, and that's the only way I can be looking at Rockies games this year is overs or nothing and opponent team total overs. I don't like the 21-cent line movement towards the Rockies in this game. Doesn't really make me think the Diamondbacks win this game. It tells me that the markets think the Rockies are maybe a little bit live in this spot. But am I looking to bet this game? No, I'm good. It'd be over or nothing. I want to keep an eye on the market here. Because if this hits 9.5 minus 120, minus 125, I'll take the over. I want to see market respect towards this over, and then I'll bet it. If not, I'll leave this game alone. So it's over or nothing for me.
I did I bet it? Arizona online. I think Arizona is going to be one of the. I think Arizona competes for the division, and I think they have a shot to win the division. I did not bet it yet. I will be betting that. I thought I bet it already. I did not. I'm on the Diamondbacks. I just want to keep backing this team. I think they're going to have a very, very good year, and I think they're going to make me some money. So Diamondbacks for me in this one, Nick.
Fair. Back to the show.
Obvious Diamondback 1.5. It's not obvious, but I like the Diamondbacks, yes. How about this one, Nick?
Yeah, you guys know where I'm going in this game. Do I even need to cap it? But we will. This line opened up at a minus 223, and the lines moved towards the Cardinals in this game, down to a 218. Line opened up at a 9 at even money. It's now an 8.5 at minus 109. So a move towards the under and a move towards the Cardinals in this game here. 5% of the tickets are on the Cardinals money line. 74% of the cash is on the Cardinals money line. Big bets coming in on Cardinals money line here. 75% of the tickets are on the over here as well, and the line moving from a 9 to an 8.5. So kind of an interesting line movement here. The markets are kind of telling me Lance Lynn pitched as well today. And it's Lance Lynn versus Yoshida Yamamoto for it. And this will be Yamamoto's first start in America. He pitched in the Seoul game and made it 1 inning. Got absolutely lit up by the Padres for 5 runs in 1 inning. And you guys already know where I'm going for this game. This shouldn't shock anybody. But we're fading the Dodgers every game, and I look forward to being able to fade Yamamoto. I think he's one of those pitchers where I don't know how he's going to adjust to the major leagues, and I'm getting plus 188 on FanDuel. I'm going to move on the Cardinals here on FanDuel in this spot, plus 188 money line with Lance Lynn over Yamamoto. Also, a revenge game. Lance Lynn pitched for the Dodgers last year.
I still think Lance Lynn is a bum. I'm taking the over. I'm taking the over 8.5 in this game. And I think that Yamamoto gets hit again. I think Lance Lynn gets hit again. Could I see this game being 4-4 at one point? Yeah, I could. I am not high. I'm not high on this Cardinals team by any stretch of the imagination. And by when you said we are betting fading the Dodgers every game, no, I'm not. If anything, it would actually be a lean towards the Dodgers for me in this one. Am I betting it? No. I like the over. I like the over in this game. So we'll ride with that. And that's actually be the last play I have in this one, on this card.
Fair.
Okay. Let's head to this one, Nick.
Yeah, Boston Red Sox and the Seattle Mariners. Mariners minus 155 favorites, total of 7.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one, where the Mariners. Let's take a look. There it is. This line looks like moving down potentially. Logan Gilbert and Cutter Crawford, your pitching matchup here. I backed the Red Sox last game. Got the push for the first 5. They got shut out, but got the push because it was 0-0. Line opened up in minus 145. It's still a 145. Line opened up at a 7.5 minus 110. It's now a 7.5 at even money. So my move towards the under in this game as well. 56% of the tickets, 67% of the cash on the over. You have the line moving towards the under. Gets me a little bit interested in this under. Am I looking to bet this game? Not particularly. I wanted the Red Sox a little bit in this game. 77% of the tickets are on the Mariners and the line not moving. I would lean Red Sox in this game with Cutter Crawford, and I would lean towards them first 5 in this game. What's the best line I can get on the Red Sox first 5 in this one? Because that may be the way to bet this game is Boston first 5. Because I don't trust their bullpen whatsoever. I'm seeing plus 125 on Bet365, plus 124 on FanDuel. I'm interested in Boston first 5. This game starts at 9:40, so I have a little bit of time to think about this one. I want to see if the market moves at all in this game. So I'll keep an eye on this game. I lean Boston first 5 at the moment.
I lean Boston, but it's my boy Logan Gilbert, who I know I backed a lot over his career so far. So is it a guy that I want to fade? No, I don't want to fade Logan Gilbert. Probably an under, because I think Cutter Crawford's going to be solid this year too. He is a player that I do like for this Boston Red Sox team. So I would look towards an under in this game, under 7.5 at the end of the night. But I think we're just going to stick with we got what 3-4 plays on the site. So
I still have to put up hockey. I'm going to do that after the show because I'm doing a lot more than just. No, I'm doing a lot of things on the side here where I haven't had the time to put up the plays, but I will put those up after the show.
Sounds good. Well, that is all the baseball. Red Sox and Red Sox money. I kind of lean Red Sox. It's kind of going to be hard for me not to bet the Red Sox at plus money. So, let's head to college basketball, Nick, where I'm taking a very simple approach to the Elite Eight.
Yeah, let's get into it here, where we have the Illinois Fighting Illini and the Connecticut Huskies in the Elite Eight here. We have the Huskies 8.5-point favorites, total of 155 in this game. Let's see if we can get the line history up on this one here, where I believe I looked at this game last night. It opened up at a 7.5. It's up to an 8.5. So we do have a move towards Connecticut in this game. It's just not clicking right now, which is just so much fun. We'll take a look at the cash flow here. 63% of the tickets are on the Huskies, but 56% of the cash is on the Illini in this one here. We have 75% of the tickets are on the over. 76% of the cash is on the over as well at this 155 number. Line opened up at a 7.5. It got up to a 9.5 at one point, and we've had and it's moved back down to an 8.5. I think the Illini are live in this game. And then we have this line open up at a 155.5. It's down to a 155. So we've had a move towards the under in this one here as well, which kind of makes me a little bit interested in the under, seeing 75% of the tickets and 76% of the cash on the over and the line dropping half a point. Maybe the under is to look in this game here, because the only thing I'm really worried about with the Illini is actually though defensively. I lean Illini in this game if I had to bet a side, because this line opened up at a 7.5. It actually immediately went to 8.5, less than 30 seconds or less than about a minute after the line dropped. So the 7.5 was really never available in this game. So it's been basically 8.5 to 8.5, which actually makes me a little bit more interested in the Illini here. I think I'm going to move on Illinois in this game at plus the 8.5 and sprinkle the money line as well in this game. I think the Illini, potential Final Four team, and we're seeing 9 on Caesars now. So we've seen that I might have to bet this on Caesars, which I don't think I have any money on Caesars at the moment. So I might have to bet this on Caesars though, because they're giving me the best line on both the spread and the money line, 9 and plus 360. So I think I'm going to have to move on this on Caesars.
I'm going to just grab all the dogs on the money line outright and move on. That's what I did. I grabbed Illinois, Clemson, NC State, and Tennessee. I backed all the dogs, thinking I'm going to get half of them at least. I'm thinking half the dogs win, and I make money. So I took the Illini. Obviously, the site will get the plus points. I took plus 340 with the Fighting Illini tonight to take down the number 1 overall seed, the Connecticut Huskies.
Yeah, I think I'm going to move on that as well.
And then probably my favorite Elite Eight matchup of the entire thing.
Yeah, we have the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Clemson Tigers in this one here. We have the Tide minus 3.5 in this game with a total of 164.5 in this game. This line opened up with the Tide as 2.5-point favorites. It's up to a 3.5 now. So we've got to move towards Alabama in this game. Line opened up at a 167. It's plummeted down to a 164. So we have a move towards the under. We have a move towards the Tide in this game as well. We have 49% of the tickets, 75% of the cash on Alabama in this game. And the line moving towards Alabama. Sharp money on Alabama. I think Alabama is probably the look in this game. We have 39% of the tickets and 89% of the cash on the under in this one. 41,046 tickets in. So we've had a move towards Alabama. We've had a move towards the under, the sharp money coming in on both of them here. I think both games can go under the total today. And for me, it's Alabama or nothing in this spot at the -3.5. And I think I might move on Bama in this game. I'm sorry, Tim. And I've been back in Clemson basically the whole tournament as well, other than last game where I stayed off and bet a little Arizona live when it was like a pick 'em. But for me, it's Bama or nothing in this spot for me. With the way the market's reacting to this game, that's the only way I can look.
I've been back in Clemson. I grabbed myself a Clemson plus 3,000 ticket to win it all. I'm just been backing this team. Everybody's doubted them. The public's always been against them. Everybody's loved the opposite side. Yes. Everybody's loved the opposite side against Clemson the entire tournament so far. Everybody loved New Mexico. Yeah. How did that one work out? Everybody loved Baylor. How did that game work out? Everybody loved Arizona. How did that game work out? Everybody all of a sudden loves Alabama now because they beat number 1 UNC. Clemson to the Final Four, please. And I will say, even though they've been small bets as well, I've hit every single Clemson bet that I've made so far this tournament. And I bet the same thing in every single game. First to 10, first to 15, first to 20, first half spread, first half team total, first half money line, spread full game, money line full game. I've backed Clemson in every way, shape, and form the entire tournament. I've loved this team. This team has made me so much money. And I'm going to go right back to them today. Give me the Tigers. All of what I just said. I will be betting in this game. So Clemson galore for me.
I hear you. I'm taking Alabama -3 in this game. I'm getting -3 on
the over. Oh, the over in this game.
Yeah, I'm taking Bama -3. In this game, I'm getting that on Caesars. It's the best available.
Wait, it's dropped to a 3?
Yep. It opened up at a 2.5. And it's 3 on a lot of books. Caesars has really good numbers.
Up at 4.
No, I saw 2.5.
I saw 3.5, I saw 3.5 yesterday morning when I checked at like 3:00 in the morning.
It opened up. Some books opened up at 3. A bunch of books opened up at 2.5.
Interesting.
So I'm on Bama.
All right. Well, that is all of the games for today. We made it through the entire 2-hour stream.
32 games.
Yeah. No recap. It's too many games. If you guys need a channel, like, comment, subscribe, share. All the plays that will be on the site will be on the member-only portion of the community post. I'll be putting that up in a couple minutes after everything. Nick, you said you're putting up your plays after the show.
Yeah, I'm going to start to do that now.
Yeah. That's the only thing we're going to be waiting on now is the hockey. Everything else is up. So, I'll put that up later. Good luck tonight, guys. Make sure you guys are following all the social media. Sorry, forgot to mention that. Social media is linked in the description. Twitch, Twitter, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And we post on all of those every single day now. We actually got an Instagram reel. They got up to 8,300 views. So that's awesome. Thank you, guys. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm taking a nap. See you guys.